All right, welcome back to Five on the Floor. I'm Ethan Skolnick, and joining us for the umpteenth time against his will, Heat Vice President of Marketing and just about everything else, Michael McCullough. On the eve of the season, the Miami Heat starting their 2025-26 season, actually 20 years from their first championship. We've been doing a bunch of episodes on that. Of course, the Heat open the season in Orlando, then they go to Memphis, and then they come home and they host the Knicks at 6 o'clock on Sunday night. But we brought on Michael, as we always do, prior to the season starting, to introduce some of the things that will be going on at the arena, Kaseya Center. Am I finally pronouncing that correctly? I don't know how many years of this we were at.
You got it. It is Kaseya, and you're saying it perfectly fine.
Okay. Hakachonis is next. No, he's not. Actually, I keep screwing that up. I pronounce it like he's Spanish. And I mean, he speaks Spanish, but I shouldn't be pronouncing it that way. So, Michael, you got the opener coming up, home opener coming up on Sunday against the Knicks. Give us a preview, if you can, of what may be coming this season, what might be different.
Well, the first thing that's different is, we have an enthusiastic young group of players who are ready to get after it. I think you saw that. You can see that, there's a different vibe in the building, and we're all excited about that. And all of us are excited to get the season going. Off the court, season tickets are going extremely well. Most people, most people outside of Miami like to try to take a shot at the Heat from a fan perspective. And I always tell you, like, you barking up the wrong tree there. We are in the top 3 in the NBA in so many ticketing categories and attendance categories. We're number 1 in sales. Leave us alone. Go find another thing to bother us about, because that story is old. And this year we are welcoming families. We made some great changes to our 400 level.
Okay.
I know, Ethan, you don't make it up there that often.
Come on.
But we've got these really huge video screens that we've added to the 400 level area. So when fans get up there, like, their experience is going to be better. We've got food and beverage deals for families up there, 4 hot dogs, 4 pizzas, all the 4 for 4 things for a really low price. So we're excited. Like, this season's going to be exciting for us. So we're ready to go.
All right, that slight that you sent my direction, like the slights are sent to Heat fans. I have been to the 400 level once, so I have seen it over the course of 30 years, and I'll be sure to send my co-hosts up there at some point to check out all the deals that you've got going on. You mentioned again what's going on up there. Obviously we're now a little bit removed from the introduction of the new scoreboard, everything that came with that, the corner panels. And everything that's gone on with that. And again, I now, as you look back at it and the introduction of that, I want to talk to you about the jerseys as well, because obviously the schedule for that came out. Were you pleased with how the fans reacted to all those changes that have come over the last couple of years?
Absolutely. Last year was the new scoreboard, the new lighting, the new audio, the new seating. Last year was a big year for us. This summer, you probably saw we did a suite renovation. So for those folks that sit on the suite level and the loges, that's fantastic. So the reaction has been great. And the cool thing about it is, like, everything was so new last year that we were just really getting our hands wet with it. Like, we were figuring out how to use it. And I think this year you're going to see, like, a marked difference between kind of what we were able to accomplish last year from an entertainment standpoint and what we're going to be doing this year. Right off the start, like, more pyro, more exciting intro. Like, you can't have enough pyro.
No. I took the Billie Eilish concert. I'm not sure you could get more pyro than we had there. But I know you guys like the pyro. Yeah, I know, no question. But there are some staples though. Mike Biamani, still there, still trucking. He's got some new names to introduce this season. I'll be curious how he does, what he does with Kasparis. I'm not doing the last name again. Once he's actually up healthy and with the big club. But let's get to some of the jersey stuff here. I know last year you came on to talk about the Vice jerseys. I don't know how much you can get into on that. You know how the internet works and how some of these leaks have gone, and Tyler covering up hats on his IG and all that kind of stuff. So I'll just leave it with you.
We have a City Edition uniform that's coming out this year that we're all very, very excited about. I know the fans are going to be excited about it too. And what's old is new again. Okay. So we are excited, and anytime you bring something out or back, if you can create a little twist with something, that's great. And so, I think our fans will be excited about our City Edition uniform for this year, and we're excited about it too. And then the NBA Cup, the Emirates Cup, when we get to that again, another new court design. for our home games. So, all sorts of nice, new, cool things happening this year on the court.
All right, so I'm not going to say the other part of this. The court design will be different for the NBA Cup. So just so people are clear on that, and again for the jerseys and all that kind of stuff, and what you saw Tyler covering up, we're not going to get into any of that now. But let's go through the how this works, because I don't think most people understand it. You guys just released the schedule of when the team is going to wear what. How does that work?
Well, the way it works now is easy. It's a simple process. It's called Home Team Decides. Mm-hmm. So when the schedule comes out, we as the Heat get to select what uniforms we want to wear at home. There's some rules around like how many times you're supposed to wear this or that, but for the most part, we get to select what we want to wear and when we want to wear it. So the Heat does that, and all the other teams do that as well for the home games. So once you get the home games, then it's time then to script the road games. And so then we have to react to what the home team is wearing when we're traveling. And so, at home, you get to dictate whatever it is that you want to wear. So if you're trying to tell a story, if you're trying to create moments, we can do all of that. When it comes to being on the road, we have to react to what the home team has already selected. So sometimes that ties your hands a little bit, because, the NBA has rules about what colors can be on the court at the same time based upon what color the court is at the home venue and that sort of stuff. So you may see us wear one color of a uniform many more times on the road than you might at home, only because we're reacting to what the home team is wearing, and then we kind of have to back our way into what uniforms we're allowed to wear in those situations.
All right, and again, for people who haven't checked out the Heat schedule, it is very road heavy at the beginning. 6 of the first 8, I believe, on the road. 6 of 8 games against playoff teams. They didn't do you guys any favors at the start, so we'll see how the team works into the schedule. Anything else you'd like to share? And what year is this for you, Michael?
This is year 29 for me.
Wow.
With the Heat. This is my 29th year, and I'll tell you something. I drove into work today, and I come into the property, and I see the trucks are out there, and they're putting up the street banners, and I got goosebumps. Like, that kind of stuff still gets me jazzed about the season after 29 years, and seeing the new street banners go up. And I've been doing this for a long time. It's my 39th year in the NBA, but I got goosebumps today driving into work just seeing the street banners up.
All right, so I've got you beat by one. My first year covering the Heat was 1996.
Okay.
So just that. I will say that I'm not going to get goosebumps about the street banners until it's Tim Reynolds, Barry Jackson, Ira Winderman, myself, Anthony Chang, and all the other beat guys. Once that happens, then I'll get the goosebumps. So
if you guys are doing the media game or the media thing.
Okay, we need to talk about that. All right, and now that I have you, do you have decision-making power on this?
I might.
Okay. I can tell you I won't play. No chance. Too many torn ligaments, too old, and too short. Okay, so that's not happening. But there are some of my guys who would like to participate, and I'd like to embarrass them.
Okay.
So it has been discussed behind the scenes. Brady, Alex, others may be interested in such a thing. I know that the preseason has passed, but we certainly would get behind it. I can be Coach Sco instead of Coach Spo, and I'll be on the sidelines and just send them like lambs to the slaughter, basically. So if that's anything that you want to put together, I would be remiss if I didn't use this opportunity to pitch it.
Okay, that sounds like something I might want to watch and laugh at. So we could potentially see if we can make that happen.
Is Harlan on call? I guess. Harlan Selznick from Doctor's Hospital. I feel like that would need to be done. All right, before we let you go, I'm serious about that though. They want me to ask you, so I'm asking you for them, not for me. And if there's ever an opportunity to do that, practice floor is open a lot during the season. So I suppose not practicing. He's giving the guys the day off. So if you ever want to do that, they'd be interested in. All right, let's close it here again. Season 29 for you, and I know obviously we've 7 of those seasons ended in NBA Finals. 3 of them has ended with championships. What are you most excited about? It doesn't have to be about the team necessarily, but what are you most excited about what you guys are doing this year?
I'm excited because we had a really strong offseason that included some really great open conversation with our team captain. Bam called for a meeting with some of us in marketing and wanted us to understand what gets him jazzed and what gets the team jazzed up. So we've been using Bam kind of as our North Star to really kind of retool some of the things that we do. We've got some very Miami-centric things that we're really focusing in on this year. We want people to feel like when they come to a Heat game, they're having a specific Miami experience. And so, from the pyro to words and phrases that you can only hear in Miami, incorporating them into the game. We have a very specific Miami show that we're going to have this year, and we're really, really excited for it.
All right. So not only is he anchoring the defense, he's helping anchor the marketing in his 9th season. Bam Adebayo, obviously going to be here a long time, so it's a good guy to go to. Whatever he does should be the opposite of whatever UD would suggest, just to anger UD. Michael, we appreciate it. Thanks for joining. I'm serious about that game, and that should absolutely be done at some time, and we'll get Ira out there.
Hey, if you can guarantee Ira, it's on.
There are some ways to get Ira out there, so we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it behind the scenes. Michael, appreciate it. Thanks again, and good luck on the season.
Thanks, Ethan. Take care, man.